Hello guys, I've been asked by the guys at that Millwall podcast on Saturday actually, contacted me Saturday evening asking me about Camiel Neghli, the new Millwall record signing from Sparta Rotterdam. Literally asking me what he was like as a player. Can I send something over to show the fans on the Millwall podcast's YouTube channel and that, what they can expect from him. First and foremost, I want to apologise for my voice if it sounds a bit croaky. I had a throat operation last week and I probably didn't do myself no favours. I went out to Amsterdam yesterday for the Ajax final game, so I'm very tender today. But what I would say about this kid, as a fan base, I think you'll probably need to be a little bit patient at first with him. I don't think you're probably going to see the best of him until next season. I think the next few months is going to be a sort of adjusting period for him. You've got to understand, obviously, I know it's easy as a fan to think like you've got a record signing him. He's come over. We've seen clips of him on YouTube and that. But you've got to understand, he's come from a new country, he's still only young. He's played in a totally different system over there. So he's used to playing in that system at Sparta. He's going to play in a different system at Millwall, I believe. So I think you're going to have to be patient on that score. As a player, the only doubt actually I would have about him would be physically. I mean, the Eredivisie is more, I'd say more technically based than the Championship is. The Championship's more physical for me than the Eredivisie. So that would be the only little worry and the only massive adjustment that I think he's going to have to make. Because as a player, this is where the good bits start. As a player, I think his ceiling for his potential is so high. It's unbelievable. The £3 or £4 million that I think you've been touted as spending on him, for me, might be an absolute masterstroke from your owners there, and a great investment long term. He's, as a player, I've written a few things down about him actually. This is how I see him. I mean, I spoke to a couple of guys in Amsterdam yesterday about him. I said I was going to put this together, and I was talking about the technical ability. And the one word they both said to me, the first word they said was technical. So they sort of see him the same way. I mean, you guys, you've obviously, a lot of you guys must have watched videos on YouTube already when it was announced that you bought him, and seen obviously a few goals he scored. You know, his shooting ability is second to none. It's unbelievable. His shooting ability is brilliant. But there's so much more to this kid. I mean, he's been playing at Sparta in a 4-3-3. He's been playing on the right. For me, his best position is in a 10 role, and I think that's his preferred role actually. I think he'd like to play there, but because of other players being there, big players at Sparta in that squad, he's been sort of secluded out on the right there. Fucking done well though, I'm telling you. This kid, what I love about him, he's very intelligent as a footballer. The way he finds pockets of space. You watch him play, you can see his brain ticking all the time. He's very clever, and I think that will be a massive plus coming over here for Millwall. I think Millwall can really feed off his cleverness, basically, if that's a word. His cleverness as a player, very clever, always looking for space, closing down space. Excellent, great shot on him. Like I said, likes to play in that 10 role. Mentality-wise and personality-wise, I think this is where you're going to get the best of someone here, because this kid, although he's young, he's been playing in quite a poor, I'd say, Sparta side. I think they're about 16th this year or whatever. As a young kid, at times, he's been one of the main characters carrying this team when they've been going through shit form. So that tells you, even as a young kid, he fucking wants it. He fights for that shirt, and you will get that from him. Every time he gets that ball, another thing I love about him, not like these modern day players, a lot of these, 99% of them now, first thought is, can I go backwards, can I go sideways? This kid is always looking forward. If he gets the chance, he will run with that ball, he will dribble, he will attack. And I think as a football fan, as a Millwall fan, he's going to get you off your feet. He's going to be a cult hero at your place, in my opinion, I think. He's got so many attributes, so many good attributes to his game. Like I say, the only negative, I wouldn't even say it's a negative, is probably the physical. I think he may struggle at first with that, but if his head's right, he's got the right attitude. He might even smash it. But yeah, I think he's going to be a really good player for you. And I know you guys you love him already before you've even seen him do anything. I think you're right to be expectant. I think he's got enough ability. I'm really surprised that some of the top sides in Netherlands didn't go for him. I'm quite shocked at that. Everyone I've spoke to about him has only got good things to say as well. He loves to play little combinations. He's comfortable in tight spaces with the ball at his feet. So I think that will go down well. I'm not sure what formation or style that Millwall really play on a long-term basis. I was there a few weeks ago with the Daggers. I saw the guy on the left-hand side. I think he scored a goal cutting in on his left, triple-barrel named kid. He looked a good player. You've got this kid in the 10 role, or on the right there, complement each other massively, I think, going forward. But they've done some good business. One thing I would say about him as well, he doesn't sulk. Like a lot of these modern players now, if things not going well, and he's played in a team that struggled, right, at Sparta, he's never sulked. He pulls his socks up and he goes for it, gets his head up and fucking gives it all for the shirt. And what you'll get with him also, he will run through brick walls for the manager, for the team, for the fans, for that shirt, for that club. He won't sulk and he won't shrink under pressure, this kid. If things ain't going well, it will be one of the... He's like, what I'd say, teams need captains, right? Even as a 23-year-old kid, I think this kid leads by example. I can only say good things about him, to be fair. But for me, he's the sort of player. When I look at Millwall, because I lived over Millwall Way for a while, went to school over that way, and a lot of my friends were Millwall. And I went to a few Millwall games, and what I saw with the fans there, like a lot of fan bases, they love to see a player want it. If a player looks like he doesn't give a shit, they don't want a player there. They love a player who fucking gives it all. I think this kid's one of them. I think he'll give everything for that shirt. He reminds me of a bit of a little throwback, like the old Mavericks. He plays off the cuff. As much as he thinks football and he plays football with his brain, he does stuff instinctively. And I think you're going to see a lot of instinctive, brilliant moments with this kid. But like I said, you're going to have to be patient, because you might have 2 or 3 games when he sort of don't go missing, but he might be inconsistent at first. But long term, I can only see this as an absolute bargain. Like I said, I'm shocked PSV Feyenoord Ajax was never mentioned in the equation. And when he signed, I think even the Millwall fans are very surprised. This came out of the blue for me the other night. I think it was Friday. This came out of the blue when I saw this kid had signed. I thought, wow, it's a good old signing. But yeah, be patient with him. And I think you've got a proper crowd favourite on your hands there. But yeah, just a few short notes. I can't drone on for too long. I've got a proper sore throat. But yeah, happy days, and good luck for the rest of the season. I think you'll smash it. You made some really good additions there. It's good to see. Take care.